come and give us that word of wisdom and light the fire.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy. People power! Our power! People power! Our power! NUP! Everywhere! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Iyo iyo! Abe usoka we, ukurikeyo, hambi mwebale. Ekaguya we, mwebale, mena mwekaza. People power, power, NUP, everywhere. Thank you very much. Comrades, please take your seats. Thank you, Madam Deputy President, Communist Secretary General, leaders of opposition, leader of our opposition, of our parliamentary team, our national mobilizer, common members of parliament, other leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, I salute you. So much has been said. I just want to appreciate the people of Busoga, the leaders of Busoga, most importantly. Thank you very much. Thank you, the foot soldiers of Busoga, the supporters, the members. We salute you once again. Give them a big round of applause. The leaders headed by Comrade Kaluya, Honorable Mwiru, our deputy spokespersons, all the leaders of Busoga. You did an amazing job yesterday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank the people of Busoga, the masses that showed up, braved tear gas, braved live bullets, braved intimidation to come and show us solidarity. Thank you very much. We don't take it for granted. That is what the regime fears. They fear people. They fear the truth. And every time you come out in large numbers, you confirm to us that what we believe in is not wrong. We salute you. Thank you very much. The people of Kamoli, although we were blocked from reaching you, but please know that we saw the solidarity that you were preparing to show us. We salute you. Our leaders were arrested in Kamoli, and I'll talk about that later. But we thank the people of Kamoli for always standing on the right side of history, for always refusing to be slaves in their land. We salute you. Thank you very much. I was not able to address you yesterday because we were blocked, we were tear gassed. Many of our comrades were arrested, some were, hurt. I watched with my eyes a baby girl fighting for her life in a taxi, where a police officer came in a taxi after blocking us. So many cars were parked behind because the road was blocked. No car could turn. They could not rush her in hospital. So I watched a baby fight for her life. But even the people among our teams that were trying to save the baby were being beat by the police. So shameful, but that's the country we're living in. But we salute all of you leaders that we were with in Kamoli. My message to the people of Kamoli. Number one, I am coming there and I will reach you by all necessary means. But before we come to you, I want you to know that we are not giving up. I want you to know that what you're supporting is legitimate, is moral. I want you to know that God is on your side, the law is on our side, and the people of Uganda are all on our side. Everybody is struggling for freedom, at least in our lifetime. And we shall see that day, God will. Don't be scared. These people are scared. You saw that we were able, they were trying, but we slowed down, which turned out to be an advantage because we were able to interact with almost the whole of Busoga, from Njeru all the way to Bupadengo. Bolero. That's near Bobi, isn't it? So, to the people of Kamuli, don't give up. These people, one, they are scared because they know they are illegitimate. They cannot reason us out. They cannot give any reason, any moral reason for the things they're doing. They resort to brutality. They want to provoke us to violence. We are many. We are millions. But we refuse to be reduced to violence because we know violence only begets violence. Don't fear them. They cannot stand us if we choose to stand up. And this is what we always encourage you. They cannot. Police officers from different police stations in Busoga so they can be able to contain us. They have to pick tear gas from all police stations in Busoga to ensure that they can contain us. We did not encourage people to take them on, and yet we can. We could, overcome them and go to Busoga, or to go to Kamuli. But we decided to be the moral people that we have always been, and I continue to encourage you to be non-violent, to be moral, but to be firm, and not to accept to be enslaved on your own land. So my message to you continues to be that we are stronger than these rebels. And non-violence ultimately will win violence. So stand firm. To all the people of Uganda, now you know that if you rose, the whole of Uganda police was in Busoga. What if the people of Masaka rose up? What if the people of other parts of Busoga rose up? What if the people in Kampala rose up? So bana bantu betuja tubatiira bwerere singa tukera ku macha ne tumenka fena kaba kagwamu buku. Like I said, we shall come to Kamuli and we shall reach Kamuli. And that will not be very far from now. Yesterday, many of our comrades were arrested. In Kamuli alone, more than 20 were arrested. But even before I talk about those, as I speak right now, our brother Bobi was arrested yesterday. Apparently, the outfits, the NUP and People Power outfits that we wear are now declared to be military uniforms. As we speak right now, an international award-winning fashion designer called Latif Madoi is in prison because he tailored an outfit for me. I wear the outfit. They are not arresting me because so much media is focused on me. But Latif is in prison and other fashion designers are in prison for making clothes for Ugandans. That is how timid they are. We protest them through music. That's why my music is banned in Uganda. We protest them through fashion. That's why now an international fashion designer that has brought so much pride to Uganda is in prison for tailoring an outfit for me. That is what this regime has reduced itself to. I encourage you to continue morally defying them, morally resisting, because the world is with us, and one day history will write about us. Not just those, I've already mentioned that yesterday more than 20 of our staff members were arrested, including Sarah Mufisa, our administrative secretary, and the deputy head of the women wing, Rama Juma. Together with comrades like Shafi Adams, like Bobi Rush, and many others. I'm told that this morning they're being taken to court, and be sure that yet another, bogus charge is going to be slapped on them. But that is not new with this regime. They one day claimed that they found 2 machine guns in my room. Up to now, I don't know where those so-called machine guns of mine disappeared from. So we will stand firm. We will defy that injustice and we will defeat that injustice, God willing. I will also remind you that just 2 days ago, I went to what is supposed to be the Uganda Human Rights Commission, headed by Ewan Wangadia. In 2018, December, I reported a case to the Uganda Human Rights Commission I petitioned against the illegal blockage of my concerts. I am an artist, a professional artist, and the law in Uganda provides that everybody shall be free to exercise and, benefit from their work. But more than 5 years, I was not given a hearing. For the first time, after more than 5 years, almost 6 years, the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission gave me a hearing. And I only spoke 2 statements, and I was shut up because the head of the Uganda Human Rights Commission does not want to listen to anything apart from the interests of General Museveni. And because we didn't have any option, we withdrew our petition from the so-called Uganda Human Rights Commission. But I want to inform you today that that was not the end. That we went there not because we expected any positive results. We already know that all institutions of government have been captured by the regime. Every institution is serving General Museveni. We've told you before that when you're fighting against General Museveni, you're fighting against UPDF, you're fighting against the National Police, you're fighting against Bank of Uganda, and you're fighting against every other institution of state, including the Uganda Human Rights Commission. So I'm here to inform you that we are going to escalate this matter. Wangadia is not the end. We are going to petition all international human rights bodies, and we are going to seek many other remedies, including sanctions on Madam Wangadia, because she's supposed to be the chairperson of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, fighting for human rights for Ugandans, but she's the #1 violator of human rights. When the families of the people that were abducted and still missing by the military, she claimed that these people are non-existent. Of this regime came out and owned that she indeed knows where John Bosco Chibalama is. She saw him. Wangadia came out and said Chibalama is a ghost. So Wangadia is also a target for sanctions over violating human rights. Now, coming back to our tour. Yes, so many of our people were hurt. So many of our people were arrested. Bullets were flying everywhere, even when we were non-violent. We encouraged our people to be non-violent, and that is going to be our way until we win. However, I'm here to also add a voice on what our Secretary General has mentioned. Yes, we've written a protest letter, not because we expect the police to be any moral. We wanted to go on record. And just after this press conference, our senior leaders are going to deliver that letter to the Inspector General of Police, to his office. And we hope that will shake them to sobriety. But even if they don't want to go on record, because we know that anybody that breaks the law will be personally liable. We want to go on record so that the law can go after all those people in their individual capacity. You know what happened to Kayihura, you know what happened to Kandiho, you know what happened to all these other people, but you want sanctions on every other human rights violator, to every other person in office that abuses their office. And we shall get that, inshallah. So, because they blocked us from reaching Kamoli, our nationwide tour has not yet started. We did not go to Bugweli today because we had to come here and make it clear to the nation, and also engage the police, although we know it serves the dictator. So I hereby announce that tomorrow we are resuming our nationwide tour. Tomorrow we are going to Palisa. We are not breaking, not doing anything wrong. We are a legitimate political party. We are not committing any crime. While all other political parties are going about their business, we are being blocked. We know the regime fears us, but they don't have to embarrass themselves showing fear. There could be a few people in Uganda who still support the regime. Don't show them that you're so scared of us. So we are going about our work. Like I said, we're not committing any crime. Everybody else is going up. Every other political parties and other political actors are going about their business unhindered. Why are they blocking us? Even those that are doing illegal gatherings, for example, Museveni's son is a serving military officer who is barred by the law. He's forbidden by the law in engaging in partisan politics. But he goes around politicking and nobody touches him. But the police and the military are all deployed to stop us. We are going to go about our work. You have two options. Either to leave us, either to respect the law and leave us go about our work, or engage in your criminality and go on record. Because you know that Uganda is not isolated from the rest of the world. The law will come for you. If the Ugandan law cannot get you, the international law will get you. If Ugandan institutions cannot get you, international institutions will get you. As for us, we shall continue doing what we're doing within the law, and we shall wait for you to put yourself in target for answering, because we know one day you'll have to answer internationally. Mu Luganda, njagala okubebaza mwenna abaganda bange, njagala okwebaza abakulembeze b'ebusoga olw'omulimu ogw'ettendo mwakoze, njagala okwebaza bafuusojazi b'ebusoga olwa mobilization gye mwakoze n'okutukuuma, njagala okwebaza abantu b'ebusoga mweyiwa ku makubo. Abantu batambudde okuviira ddala enjeru nga tetunaba na kusala naye, ne bagumira tiagas, ne bagumira emiggo, ne bagumira amasasi agabadde gesooza nga baagala okutulaga obumu. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale ddala.
Kyokka olwo batambula nga tebalina n'abantu.
Njagala okwebaza abantu b'ekamuli. Ku b'ekamuli ate ye emiggo gyatandise mangu ne tiagas yatandise mangu. Naye ne mubeerawo ne mutulinda, kyanaku tetwasobodde batuukako, naye tujja batuukako mu ngeri yonna essaawa yonna.
Robodobo style.
Meseji yange y'abantu b'ekamuli, njagala okubajjukiza bannange, si mwe b'ekamuli mwekka naye kwetolola Uganda yonna. Mwalabye nti twasobodde okutambula nga tutambulira ku sipiidi 2 okuviira ddala enjeru ne tusala bridge ne tugira ddala paka ebuwoolera kumpi ne Bupademu. Lwaki? Kubanga bano abasajja tebamalaako bwe muba muli bangi. Babadde balina okusolooza abasirikale mu Busoga yonna, ate nabo nga babadde tebajja kumalako naffe kubanga twabadde mitwalo na mitwalo. Twasazeewo obutalwanagana nabo, twasazeewo obutasikangana nabo, ne tukyuka ne tudda e Kampala olw'ensonga zino wammanga. Okusookera ddala twabadde twagala kujja kwongerako n'eggwanga, twabadde twagala kujja okugenda ku rekodi okuwandiikira poliisi nga twemulugunya nga twekalakasa tubalage ebikyamu bye bali mukola, so that tugenda on record. Bino ebintu bye tukola tetubikola kubanga twagala bano abantu bakyuse empisa. Nedda, tumanyi nabo balagirwa bulagirwa kubanga Uganda efugibwa family emu. Museveni bw'aba atya NUP ne People Power ajja kubalagira bakole buli kyabusibu kye bakola. Ne twagala tugende ku record kubanga tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka ezo ebbaluwa zonna ziveeyo. Tumanyi ekiseera kigenda kutuuka buli akoze ekikolobero ye ng'omuntu anoonyezebwe. Tubola tugenda ku record. Tuli basanyufu nnyo era Katonda yatuyamba nnyo. The generation yaffe is a modern generation. Everything is on record. Everything is on live. Everything is on camera. So none of those human rights violators will run away. Because nabadde njogera Buganda. So njagala bebaza abantu b'ekamuli. Njagala mu mwabadde abantu b'e Busoga. Ate kyetaaga poliisi yonna kuvaayo eyo. Abaffe singa ekyabadde Busoga kibeere Busia, ne kibeera mu Northern Uganda, ne kibeera Busu, ne kibeera Buganda, ne kibeera buli wamu, kaba kaweddemu. Bino bitukola twagala bibalage baganda bange nti nammwe bwe munaayimuka buli wamu, bano tuba tugenda bagaala. So tuba tugenda baspeakinga. Mu Luganda ekigambo kyekiri ekya speaking. Tuba tugenda baleeguula mu nsonyi mu Luganda. Ati baire nendako balosogana ate mu Luganda. Bano tuba tugenda baleeguula. So nenda tubaleeguule bana. Nenda tuba speakinge. Emulisoka kuba kugaala. Nenda tubagaale bana. Abaganda baire ntegeza kubagaala. Kino ekyo bana. Byonna birala. So tusobolera ddala, we can stretch this regime. All oppressed people have only liberated themselves by rising at the same time. Not come and suppress the people in Busoga at the same time in Buganda, at the same time in Ankole. We need to pick from this that we're doing. So when mulabanga chikutte Busoga, mwabe Buganda temulindanga temutulindanga bagamba. Mwabe Ankole temutulindanga bagamba. But for now, njagala nnyo okubebaza. Mbadde ngamba nti naali omwana omuto ng'alwana okuwona. Simanyi oba bebi oyo yawonye kubanga omusirikale yazze n'asula tiyagasi mu taxi. Ate ng'emmotoka zeesibye emabega, ekkubo baliggadde, tebalina bwe bataasibwa. Katonda akkirize omwana oyo abe nga yawonye. Naye era bangi nnyo abafudde bwe batyo, balabye bakuba tiyagasi, bamukuba mu nnyumba z'abantu, bamukuba mu bakadde. Eyo enkola ya Museveni, basebo ne bannyabo.
Bamukubye ne muddo.
Bakutte abantu baffe bangi, naye nga sinayogera nako be bakutte wano wendi. Wano wetwogerera bannaffe bangi bali mu kkomera. Mwalabe design akiikidde Uganda ku platform nyingi nnyo okwetooloola ensi yonna. Bamukutte ne bamusiba kubanga yatuukire kyaddemu n'ekyo kye nabaddemu. Naye bamukutte nga bagamba yatuukidde Kyagulanyi ekyambalo. So bwe buwumba tuutu oba lugiimu eno bwetuuseeko basebo ne bannyabo. Tolalo mbale ennyonyi ya Lusoga. Ekyo kya Lusoga. Nze nayogerera Lusoga lwange munveeko. Sisobola kuvaawo nga sibajjukiza nti bannange mujjukira nti emyaka egisukka mu 5 egiyise twatwala okwemulugunya kwaffe mu kakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu kati akakuliwo omukyala gwe bayita Wangali. Naye nga bwe mumulabye ng'abantu babawamba ye n'agamba abo tebaliyo, nga famire ya Kibalama n'abalala baagenda ne batwalayo ne ID ne national ID z'abantu baba baawambibwa ne bagamba nti kiwanda nti abo abantu tebaliyo. Nenabbanja Prime Minister Museveni nga yavaayo n'agamba nti Kibalama kituufu bamuyina. Ye Wangali yagamba Kibalama si muntu muzimu. Kakati omuntu w'obwongo obwo n'endowooza eyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Simanyi oba alina abaana, simanyi oba maama, naye oyo yakulira akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu. Akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu oba zino tribunals zo zirina n'okukola faster than the courts of law. Tribunals like the Uganda Human Rights Commission are supposed to solve human rights violations faster than courts of law. But you will notice, since I petitioned the Uganda Human Rights Commission, they had never given me a hearing. And when they gave me a hearing, I went there, I did not even speak 2 sentences, and she shut me up because she's not willing to listen to anything other than what she wants. Yeah. Baba emyaka 5 nga tebampadde mukisa kujja kutanya nsonga yange mu kakiiko ako. Naye ne bwe bampisa oluvannyuma lw'emyaka egigenda mu 6 saayogedde statement ziwera 2 nabadde ntandika okwogera n'ansirisa kuba yayagala kuwulira byayagala. N'olw'ensonga eyo omusango gwaffe twaguggyeyo kubanga akakiiko k'eddembe ly'obuntu mu Uganda tekakuuma ddembe ly'abantu wabula kalinyirira ddembe ly'abantu. Naye nyina essanyu okubategeeza nti teryakomye ku Wangalya. Waliwo platform nyingi nnyo okwetooloola ensi ezirwanira eddembe ly'obuntu. Munajjukira nti Wangalya bamugobako mu kakiiko k'ensi yonna akaddembe ly'obuntu olw'ebikolebwa mu Uganda. Kati njagala okubategeeza nti Wangalya yennyini tugenda mutwala mu bukiiko obw'eddembe ly'obuntu obwetooloola ensi yonna kuba yakulembera abatoogola eddembe ly'obuntu. Era omukyalo oyo naye nga bwe mulaba Anita Amongo bwe twamututte mu platforms eziri international n'asibwako nati twagala ne Wangalya ategebweko sanctions kuba yasinga okulinyirira eddembe ly'obuntu. Yenyigidde mu kutulugunya abantu kubanga evunaanyizibwa ku ddembe ly'abantu ate nga gwobikkirira abatulugunya abantu. Naawe Wangalya otulugunya abantu. Madamu Wangalya, you're one of the human rights violators and we're taking you to international platforms. We want sanctions against you. Kino saagala ekimukweka. Wangalya akantikutere mu Luganda naawe gwomu kubanyigiriza kubalirira eddembe ly'obuntu era naawe twagala otekebweko nati nga bakamaabo ate tumanye ekikijja kutuuka. Kati nazeeyo tuwa yaffe wewaawo bannaffe bangi nnyo bakwatibbwa nga mu muli ne administrative secretary waffe Madamu Sara Mukisa mwe muli amyuka afulira abakyala mu NUP Comrade Majuma, mwe muli baganda baffe nga Bobi nga Bashafi Adam n'abalala totoya abantu 20 abakwatiddwa. Tegezebwa nti ku makya baganye okubawa bondi era babasindise mu kooti kati kyonna kyemusobola okukola mujja kukikola naye tujja kuba free, tujja bagoba, tujja kufuna eddembe lyaffe, tujja kweyagalira amasi yaffe, ate mujja bisasirya byonna byemukoze. Bagulu yes, olunaku lwaleero twabadde tulina kubeeramu bwe tetwagenzeeyo kuba twabadde tulina okukomawo tuwandike ebbaluwa eyo tugende ku likodi twogere n'eggwanga bamanye tetuliko. Olunaku lw'enkya tukeera kuzambala tugenda Parisa nekyomwekitibwa yaffe egendagenda maaso. Tetulina musango gwe tukola, tetulina tteeka lyetumenya, tetulina kintu kyetwonoona. Buli kimu tukikolera mu mateeka kubanga tulina ekiwandiise mu mateeka. Ekironde ffe tulina n'okuba nga tukulembera eggwanga lino. Museveni is an illegitimate president. He is not the president of Uganda. He is a bandit that took over our country 38 years ago, and every 5 years he organizes sham elections. But even in the 2021 sham elections, we defeated him. So he's illegitimate. However, we are being non-violent and we are doing everything within the law because we know we are on the right side of history, we are on the right side of the law. So we are going to Parisa tomorrow. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Okay, over ku Sama Uganda, so Parisa tomorrow. We are coming. Kanyende ntereze dobozi. Mwetu wale na kudagala ya dobozi kuba nenkyagiro bawuganira
tulivimba mu Uganda ya people power our power mwetyamire olusoboloogere bukalamu okusabira lwongere okukala ku lulimi tubenga tukuwulizanga buli kaire bisuka bino bisukira era baba. You have had, I will now take questions straight away because we are behind the schedule. We will take 3 questions. We will take 3 questions. Any question? You have elaborated very well. Okay. I will have my brother from NTV, and then I saw someone behind, but you're the same company, Spark and NTV. Okay, then we have you have a question, please.
Raymond Tamale from NTV. Omukulu Kyagulanyi, ekibuuzo kya Bobi tokizeemu bulungi mu Buganda. Badde njagala kutegeera mmwe nga ba NUP mwogera ki ku nsonga ya Bobi. Poliisi ebudde n'egamba nti bamukute n'ebyambalo ebifaanyiza ebyamagye era kati ali mikono gya jjaati. Mmwe nga ab'ekibiina are you going to follow process okaba nga mujjayo kubanga ekiddako bayinza oba nga bagamutwala mu kkooti y'amagye?
Okay, question.
Bobi yanga twabadde naye ejjo twamulese wano.
Okay, question. They are over. Any other question? No questions. The question was and I will ask the president to come and give us a reply to that because it goes as far as the other outfit. So, Mr. President, you have spoken so audibly well that we journalists have no question or clarity to desire. Thank you very much, Comrade White. The question of Bobi, police came out and said they found him with clothes resembling military attire. All of you know that so many of our comrades were arrested. Many of them are still in prison. They were presented to a military court, and their crime was wearing this beret. According to Uganda police and Uganda People's Defense Forces, this is a military uniform. This is a military uniform. Anybody put this? Come here. According to Uganda police, this is a military uniform. And many of our colleagues are in prison for dressing like that. According to them, this is a military hat. And hundreds of our supporters are in prison for wearing this. Actually, many were just picked off the streets, taken to the military detention. They have berets that they've confiscated from us. They took their picture and they charged them in the military court for wearing military uniform. Now, you've just told us that police yesterday said that having found Bobi with berets like the one I'm wearing now before you, and suits like the one I'm wearing, only that his were red. He was arrested and now he's detained at JAT. JAT in full is Joint Anti-Terrorism. That is where he's detained for dressing, for having such attire. I am wearing that attire now in full view of cameras. And we wear it. They've not arrested me because they know that they are wrong. They are using that to intimidate our people. Like I told you, music is so powerful, that is why they banned my music. That is why our comrade Marinos was arrested and raped by the military as a punishment for playing my music loud. Fashion is a way of protest. We dress the way we dress because we don't fight with guns, but we beat them by dressing this way and showing up. And before long, we're even going to discover a new walking style. Those are our new useful ways of protesting. So the regime is trying as much as any kind of non-violent protest. These are some of our ways of non-violent protest. So the arrest of Bobi is not only stupid, but it's illegal. And it puts the regime to shame. But again, putting him in joint anti-terrorism detention exposes them even further. We know before long they're going to charge him in the military court, like they charge most of our supporters. Remember that terrorists that are caught with guns that have killed people are not presented in a military court. They're not taken to the court martial. They're taken to an ordinary court, to a magistrate court. But our supporters and our members are taken to the military court. Why? Because they want to plant fear in us. They want to make it abominable for anybody to associate with us. But we say they are joking. We will not stop. I encourage all of you to dress in red, to put on red overalls, to put on the way I'm putting on, because it is not against the law. We have challenged them to produce evidence and convict us for wearing the way we're wearing. But because they know they cannot convict us, they know it is not illegal to dress the way we are dressing. We know the law. And we know the difference between military uniforms and our attires. But they use it for politics. Like I said, all institutions have been captured, including that's why they behave that way. We stand with Bobi. We pray for him, and we continue to demand for his unconditional release, because he's not a criminal. It is Museveni and his regime that are criminals. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I must also add that many people put on military uniforms, and you see them. You see them. You've seen many of NRM MPs wearing full military uniforms with pips. You've seen artists dressed in military uniforms. But for us, it's a different story, because we are so feared by the regime. Kusonga ya Bobi mwena mujukira nti mu kalulu ka 2021 bakwata abantu baffe bangi nnyo ne babatulugunya ne babasibanga n'abalala bakyali mu kkomera. Tebabatwala mu kkooti y'abantu ba bulijjo, babatwala mu kkooti y'amagye, kubanga babasanga n'enkofiira eringa eyange, babasanga nga bambadde engoye eziringa ezange. Era Bobi bamukutte lwa nkofiira eno n'engoye ezifaanana ng'ezange lwakubanga ezize zabadde mmyufu ne bagamba bamusanze n'engoye z'amagye. Naye nga mumanyi bulungi nti waliwo abantu abambaye engoye z'amagye zennyini bo tebabakwatako. Mubalabye balirya nabeeba andi mwenda ne ba artist bangi bambala engoye z'amagye ne babaleka. Naye ffe bajja ne bakwata abantu baffe ne babasiba kubanga bagamba nti bambadde engoye ezifaanana ez'amagye. So okusinziira ku poliisi ya Uganda ono bwe bamusanga balaba w'amagye. Yes, tuli b'amagye naye amagye gaffe si gaabatemu ng'agaba Museveni. Agaffe gali non-violent. Naye engeri gyetambula tubulaba tubayita nabo foot soldiers. Before long ogwo nagwo gujja kufuuka musango. So ensonga gye bakwatidde Bobi Wine teri mu mateeka n'omulundi n'ogumu. Bagezaako bateeka mu ppya, bagezaako bateeka mu kutya, bakifuule kikolobero ky'amaanyi, bakifuule kintu kya bulabe nnyo okwesembereza NUP. Ne tubagamba mulimba. Tugenda mu maaso n'okuwagira Bobi Wine kubanga talina musango gwe yazizza. Nammwe mwena okwambala obulongo eyaffe ogwo si musango. Temuliza bano gavumenti ya Museveni n'abo beesasula beekweka mu ffe abajja ne bavumirira ovulo zaffe kubanga bazitya. Mwongere okwambala bwe mutyo ffe twekalakaasa mu sitayiro za njawulo. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyimba tukola n'ennyimba zaffe baziwera. Twekalakasa nga tuyita mu nnyambala tukola n'ennyambala zaffe baziwera. Bajja na kutuuka okukyusa engeri gye tutambula oba engeri gye tusalamu enviri zaffe. Mwalaba bulungi nnyo omu ku baali bakansala baffe e Masaka ng'ayambalanga Bobi Wine yennyini bwe yeyambala n'agenda n'ayimirira mu maaso ga dictator Museveni. Baamukola ki? Baamukwata. Mulaba nti yunifoomu zaffe zennyini ze batubbako oba ze batuwambako wano e Kamotya ne ze baawamba ku bantu baffe abakola naffe. Zennyini ze bawa abantu ne babapulanti ngawo ne bagamba ffe tuli ba NUP naye tuwagira Museveni. Abo babeera baffe naye nga babambaza yunifoomu zaffe. Naye ne kansala gwe baagula e Masaka yeyambala fuulo ataya eya people power n'agenda n'ayimirira amaaso ga Museveni. Abaffe awo mwali muziri amaaso, awo mwali temulaba. So ebyo bafuna na Bobi Wine byonna njagala kubeera polite naye ekigambo ekituufu nandigambe nti bya kisiru. Era talina musango, era tuyimiridde naye, era tujagenda maaso nga twambala engoye zaffe kubanga tetumenya amateeka. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. People power, our power. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. We shall wear the victor's crown. When the struggle is over, we shall wear the victor's crown. In the new Uganda, people power, our power, NUP.
Okay, thank you so much. Mwena ababadde kusama Uganda. So musigaleeko tukomawo live. Musigaleeko tukomawo live. Tugenda vako katono nnyo ate tukomawo. Thank you so much. Mwena ababadde kubane mukama bangu bagala nnyo. Tomorrow pali satujja naye musigaleeko live kuba nkomawo.